Hello, well, frankly, that is hilarious. Not sure you'll see a less convincing 3-0 win this season, but you won't find too many Arsenal fans complaining. Another nail in Stoke's relegation coffin. There is really not another club I would like to see go down quite as much. And it looks like they're on the way, and playing our part in that is something to savour. But this was not a good performance from Arsenal by any stretch of the imagination. Stoke will feel actually quite aggrieved that they came away without anything. And as a fan, I think I'm just probably going to enjoy that fact. But for a long time, 70 minutes, this was really difficult to watch. It was one of those matches that I thought, the sooner this is over, the better. It's that interesting thing, isn't it, where our Premier League campaign is kind of over. And so to an extent, it doesn't matter, but it does matter in terms of momentum if we're going to keep our European campaign alive. And I also think it just matters for those fans who do bother to show up, who do pay for their tickets, who have paid for their season tickets already. You know, when they paid £1,000 or whatever it might be for their season ticket at the start of the season, there was no caveat saying, by the way, the last 10 matches of the season we're just not going to try. I think they deserve to see a team who look focused and serious and prepared, but sometimes there are just those subconscious things. You think about the Ostersund's game where it's difficult to get your mind right, to get yourself in the game, and Arsenal were not in the game for long, long periods. The passing was so sloppy. No Granit Xhaka in the midfield. I'm not even his biggest fan, but we missed that sort of technical element, the ball retention he brings. El Neni was not as good as he has been of late, didn't exactly celebrate his new Arsenal contract with a fine performance. Aaron Ramsey, probably the only midfielder who came out with any kind of credit. He does tend to turn it on against Stoke, understandably so. But I think all the focus is going to be on that last 20 minutes, and probably rightly so. The first goal, the penalty, I have to say, a very generous award. I mean, we all know about what happened with the Milan one. I'm not sure this one was quite so deliberate a dive from Ozil. He appeared to basically kick the ground. Although it's a very unnatural movement. When you watch his leg, it's like he's not even near the ball. So maybe it was a little bit cynical. Stoke aggrieved, as I said before. I think they had it coming, but it was very, very generous. Aubameyang stepped up. I have to say, I wasn't hugely confident. He missed the one against Man City, but a very, very good penalty from him. And then he added the second. That was a brilliant finish. After Ozil's corner was flicked on at the near post, a lovely volley. And then late on, Lacazette, who came off the bench and really helped change the game. He came on at 16 minutes for Danny Welbeck, who had returned to his Bambi-esque ways, playing on the left wing. And Lacazette added some real sharpness, some direction. I think he looked like a man with a point to prove. He won the penalty, ridiculous foul from the defender. And I'd have to say I like the fact that Aubameyang let him take the third penalty kick. First of all, a lot of strikers, when they've already taken a penalty, are a bit wary of taking a second one. They've kind of made their decision before the game about if they get a penalty, where they'll go. If they get a second, what do? They've got to change their process. Will the keeper second guess them? So I think there's a bit of logic to it there, but I also think just for Lacazette's confidence to be back on the score sheet ahead of the Moscow thing, I think it's unselfish from Aubameyang. And if you look at the great Arsenal teams under Wenger, they've been characterised by that kind of unselfishness, laying on open goals for each other, passing when it's the easier option. And I like that. I like to see that. Look, I would have enjoyed an Aubameyang hat-trick too. But I think that's really going to be the thing that Arsenal fans are excited about coming out of this game, seeing Aubameyang and Lacazette in tandem. Interestingly, Steve Bold talked about Lacazette being kind of a 9.5, someone who can operate as a deeper forward, but it was Aubameyang who's moved out to the left-hand side to accommodate Lacazette, and actually that's when he started getting chances in the game. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that moving forward in the Premier League if we do look to play them together. Will they go with the two? Will one of them be pushed wide? Whenever we've seen them together this season, it has been Aubameyang wide, Lacazette central, so that's an interesting one to watch. Which one will be Wiltorded? But yeah, I thought Lacazette looked really sharp, and that's encouraging ahead of Thursday. Look, this isn't a game that matters enormously, but a 3-0 win over Stoke, you would have taken that before the game. I just hope you only had to watch the last 20 minutes or so. Cheers, guys. I'll speak to you on the Arsecast Extra tomorrow. Do download. Bye-bye.